Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Now today we are going to be talking about one of the biggest topics in the world, certainly for the last 2026 years, and that is Jesus, and more specifically, the religion of Christianity. I think there are four specific claims within the Christian narrative that, not just as a religion, but are claims of miracles, but are claims about reality. If these are true, makes Christianity not just true, but it means that it is the only way to live on this world. However, if any one of them aren't, it all crumbles to a rump. And it's not true. Christianity stands on these four beliefs, these four pillars. And the first one is the miracle birth of the baby Jesus. Christianity doesn't claim that Jesus was just born. It claims he was conceived by God, born of a virgin, and that's not just a poetic idea. It's a direct statement about identity. It's not just a human who became God or who became close to God, but it's God entering humanity in the form of a baby boy. If it didn't happen, then Jesus is just some nice person, maybe a prophet. But he isn't who Christianity says he is. That was the first miracle. So miracle 2 is his life and his miracles itself. The story of his life. The Gospels describe Jesus healing the blind, feeding 5,000, turning water into wine. Now, all of these miracles defy logic. He even raises the dead before him later on, raising Lazarus. But these weren't just kind acts. They're set out as signs of divinity. Because Jesus didn't claim to be somebody important. He claimed to be at one with God. So the miracles are just impressive. They are evidence. So pillar 3 is his claims to be this and ultimately dying because of it. Jesus just didn't die because people misunderstood him. He said that he was the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody gets to the Father except through him. These aren't just metaphorical statements. These were direct and bold claims of divinity. And that's why he was crucified. Christianity says it wasn't an accident, as in his death, but it was a sacrifice. God stepping into human suffering and not standing outside of it or on the sidelines. He was part of the process in the form of Jesus dying. He claimed to be God. He claimed to be the chosen one. He claimed to have fulfilled all of the prophecies that are foretold in the Old Testament, and him lived them out in real life. Because of this, he died. Now, number 4 is the resurrection. Him coming back to life 3 days later. Not as a metaphor, not as a feeling, but as a historical moment in time. Literally happening. This is the biggest and toughest one for me to actually believe in on a daily basis. Because if he didn't rise again, Christianity falls flat. But if he did, then death isn't the end. And Jesus isn't just a teacher. He's alive. And the story is not finished. And why this matters to me, these 4 pillars, they all stand together. Now, Christianity isn't mostly true as a claim. It's either true or it isn't. And this is where I struggle. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an anecdote. 2 people were disagreeing with what a previous event had happened. Somebody said something slightly different. Now, an older member of staff spoke to me and said, if somebody said this, somebody said that, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And that quote has always stuck with me, because Christianity doesn't work like that. Jesus claimed to be God. He either is or he isn't. There can't be somewhere in the middle. He either rose from the dead or he didn't. He either was born of a virgin or he didn't. If it's only just metaphorical or just a beautiful story about goodness and moral teaching and being a nice person and being nice to others, turn the other cheek, then what have the last 2026 years been really built on? And yet, if it's literally true, then it changes about everything about how we live. Now, I've been stuck in this bit, trying to figure out in my head and heart of where does the truth lie. I can see the philosophical truth, I can see the metaphorical truth, I can see the sociological truth, I can even see the theological truth. But did it literally happen? That is my stumbling block. What do you think about these 4 pillars? Are they really the foundation of Christianity? And maybe you've learned something from this, and maybe you might actually be able to help me from trying to find that little space in that end of the resurrection. Because I'll be brutally honest, I struggle with that on a daily basis. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Not just for me, but as I said, for anybody who in the comments below actually takes something from this. Always think this is a hot potato, and I actually don't want it to be sounding like it is. I want to be coming from a place of intrigue, curiosity, and just an honest search for trying to find the truth. If this video resonated with you, please like and share, and until next time, keep seeking, keep being honest, and keep spreading joy. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers!